Hi, everybody, and welcome to our second episode of Overly Misguided. You can check us out at risenetwork.com, www.riseusnetwork.com. Also find us on Instagram and Twitter at Overly Misguided, and follow the YouTube if you're watching. Drop a follow, like it, turn on your post notifications, and yeah, let's get right into it. So I have my special guest today, Benji, and our new producer back there. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, you all. My name is Jay. Javon, just Jay for short, though. That's probably your best bet.
All right, appreciate it. And they're here today. We had a little change of plans. It's always good to have a plan B, guys. We're going to be having girl chat where we kind of go into depth and talk about how we feel as women. This is masculinity versus femininity. This is our feminine side, and let's get right into it. Let's get to know you for a second. Right. So where are you from?
All right, well, I'm from Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. I'm an East Sider, so sorry to the West Siders. You know, it's all love, though. It's all love. I'm an East Sider. I grew up in West Bloomfield, and that's where I spent most of my, school years and learning about myself out there. And then, now I'm back East. So.
Okay, good. So what high school did you go to?
I went to West Bloomfield. Okay.
Well, I should have figured, but you said you went over there and everything. Hold on. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about red flags, toxic exes, and dark feminine energy. First, I want to get into red flags. So what's something that you find is a red flag in men?
Me personally, I look at communication. So, and that can mean a lot of different things, but I'm really good on eye contact.
Okay.
So I feel like if a man, and my dad actually taught me this when I was really little, I probably was 4 when he taught me this, when you talk to me, look at me, look at me, because you want me to believe what you're saying. So that's probably my number one red flag. If he can't look at me in my eyes while he's saying something, especially something really important, then he don't mean it.
No, I definitely agree with that, because it's if you can't look into my eyes and be honest, and because, the eyes are the window to the soul. So if we're being honest and truthful, look me in my face. Look me in my face and see what you have to say. One of my red flags, I'd say, is being controlling. If you feel like you have to dictate and control every aspect of my life, or you feel like I can't even have an opinion on something, I always have to be on your side and think what you think, I can't have a mind of my own. No, I don't want that. I don't know. And I dealt with that in the past. I can dress myself. One, I'm a woman. Right. I know it looks good on me. Right. And I feel like some men think that when it comes to clothing and dressing, that if you wear something, you're looking for a certain type of attention and stuff like that. And it's well, why can't I be hot for myself? I'm a beautiful woman, and I know I'm a beautiful woman. Why can't I dress up and get ready for me? Because this is my avatar. This is we're playing The Sims, and I get to
my
dress.
My favorite game ever,
right? I get to dress my avatar up, and I think I'm hot. So why can't I do that?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Definitely. Especially we only have so many years to be young.
Exactly.
So my thing is, when I'm looking the best, let me look the best, because that helps me feel good. And then when I just feel like this, and this is kind of, I guess going into detail, but when I feel the best, I also fuck you the best.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Just think about it. If I'm wearing this badass dress, right, I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about
we gonna go home and you gonna see what's under this dress.
For real, yeah.
Exactly. So. You just if you have a man, you dress up cute for your man. I'm not trying to get anybody else's attention. I'm dressing like this for you, because you my man. So it's for you.
Exactly. They gotta get it though.
Exactly.
They gotta wake up.
Right. All right. So something I want to jump into next is the bare minimum. So I've noticed in a lot of relationships, men, they feel well, if I'm there and we have sex, and I do just, how do I want to explain the bare minimum? I like spontaneous things. I enjoy flowers. I enjoy deep conversations. I want to talk about real world things. I'm a big conspiracy theorist, kind of. So I want to have those conversations. I want someone to listen to me and, be that person for me. So it's when I have to ask for that, it's like,
You don't want it
I don't want it at all.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to ask for you to do special things for me. Like, if I'm thinking about you and I want to do special things for you, like, I would think you would do the same for me.
Yep. I'm a very deep person. Like, sometimes deeper than I know. You know, like, it takes certain people to bring that out of me. So I feel like when a man can open up my head
Right.
and pick my brain, that right there is like, okay, you my person.
Right.
Because I can talk all day, but when I stop talking, it's kind of like you lost me.
Right.
So, definitely, I agree with you. Like, I do not agree with the bare minimum. Like, right when I start to feel the inch of someone giving me the bare minimum, that's when I take my hand back. Like, definitely take it back. And I don't really care about how anybody feel, me or them. At the end of the day, I'm going to heal.
Exactly.
But I also don't deserve to take small talk.
Exactly. Now, I want to give you a quick scenario real quick. So, recently, someone who I haven't talked to in over a year sent me a message. And this message reads, hold on, let me pull up my receipts real quick. I was quite surprised. It says, you don't have to respond to this, but I just wanted to say, obviously, what you did was wrong. But I'm sure the way I acted / treated you didn't make it any better. I just wanted to apologize. That was a whole lot, first of all. It's been over a year since I've talked to this person, and my thing is, over time, people change. And people heal and get over things, and it makes you a better person because you're able to learn from those things that happen to you and apply them and stuff like that. So I have healed. I have moved forward. I have moved on. And I wish this person would do the same. And it makes me upset because it's like, because you don't have access to the new me, you compare me to the old self. And it's like, you can say I'm wrong and everything. You don't know who I've righted my wrongs with. You don't know who I've spoken to. You don't know the things I've done to make myself a better person and to, actually think about the things that I've done. But it looks like you haven't. And like now, after a year, you want to apologize. And it's just like, nah, like I forgave you a long time ago, but it's like, I'm happy with what I'm doing in my life. I feel fulfilled. And it's like, for you to come in and try to bring me down and compare me to the old me is really disrespectful. First of all, you don't know me.
No, I'm not fucking with that either. And I just had something in my head that I wanted to say actually to that. I have to like keep talking for it to jog. But no, I feel like guys, they take too long. Women, we can hurt for a certain period of time. But when that period of time is up, it's up.
It's up.
And I feel like guys, when we're hurting, they're flourishing. And then they go into this little sinking mode, like, damn, but I miss her. Damn, what's she doing?
Right.
Damn, what's going on? Like, who's she with? And then they'll go through the stalking you for a little bit, and then that'll make you like, they're watching me. That may spark you up again as a woman. But then when they really see that you're done, it just be like, damn, like,
I really fucked up.
And they be sick.
They be crying and throwing up.
No, seriously, voicemails. Like, you ever get like those voice memos back to back to back of them just like screaming at you? Like, no.
Well, no, with this one, like, he went off. Like, he messaged, like, my dad, one of my friends, my sister.
Oh, Lord.
I even, like, because after, like, we broke up, I, like, just blocked him on everything. I was like, okay, like, I'm not dealing with this. And I was still, like, a couple days ago, I went on, like, my Twitter, because, like, I'm just now being active on Twitter. Go follow us, Overly Misguided on Twitter. I was looking at my old DMs, and I see a message from him that, like, is, like, saying all the stuff. It's, like, from last year. And I'm just like, damn, like, I'm just now seeing this, like, it's honestly sad.
Yep. Like, they do all of it. You'll probably get an email, maybe a cash app.
Cash at me $50. You can definitely cash at me.
No, yeah, I definitely been through that. I've been through that. Like, man, been in like deep young love. And that's when I think you think it hurts the most. When you're so young, and when you finally done with that situation, they just be like, damn, so you really don't fuck with me no more?
It's like, no, I don't.
No, I don't. Like, I'm really a person who goes by seasons.
Yes.
So I give somebody this 3, 6, 9, 12 of me. You choose which increment of time you want to be with me. You can choose the 3 months. You can choose 6 months. 9 months.
These packages, what else do they come with?
Hold on. It depends. But, but that person that wants that lifelong with me, they deserve everything.
Yes.
But if I peep that you only going to 3 to 9, I'm gonna give you that fun for that moment, and that's
and
it.
then I'm gonna peace out. And like, that's the weird part is like a person like they don't realize till like it's over, and it's like you like really like sit back and think about the things that like you put that person through, and it's like why would someone want to go back? It doesn't matter if like you changed or if you became a better person, like that's good for you, but like I only associate those bad memories and those bad times with you. So it's like, that chapter's closed. Let's both move on with our lives. Let's, I wish nothing but the best for you, and I hope you wish nothing but the best for me, and that's it. And I feel like it needs to be handled in a mature way like that. Just no harm, no nothing.
But I want to know from the guy host on this show.
Hello.
I want to know what causes men to become crazy like that.
Wait, y'all can hear me now, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Boom. So I think I'm going to speak for them.
Don't defend them. I'm just like
No, but it's just realization. Like, I think when it comes to a guy, most of us, we get comfortable in our situations that we're in. And then when we realize that what we're comfortable with is away, and we realize the lifestyle that is different from what we were just, doing or dealing with, I think that's when people start, if it's genuine, I think that's when it comes to a realization like, dang, I really fucked up, or I need to do boom, boom, boom to better myself or better the situation. But it could be too late. I think for most guys, I don't know, like some people, it's hard for them to move forward. Like, I don't know. What you guys were saying as far as like, when you guys are done, I feel like I'm the same way as well. But in the same token, I will like have in the back burner of my mind, like, okay, yeah, the memories or whatever. But if I move forward, I'm on to a next relationship, it's raps. Like, that's just me personally. But a lot of guys, it's just hard for them. Like, you females, you guys are truly way more advanced than we are. And I think that once us guys are able to come to that realization, a lot of things will be more smoothly, honestly.
Okay, that was good.
I feel that.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did. I think for me, I'm the type of person like I think that's my toxic side is like I could know you, and then the next day walk past you like I never met you before, and it'll hurt your feelings. I'm sorry, but if I cut you, I cut you.
Yeah, and you a Scorpio too, so yeah, I know about y'all. Y'all code.
Like I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, like, but I'm done. Like I'm not gonna sit there and put up with BS when I know there's somebody out there who's going to treat me good from the jump and all the way through. Right. There's something I want to talk about. Like men kind of, not all men. Let me say that, not all men. But a lot of you have this problem with women showing skin and showing their body and assuming that she wants you to touch her or do something. And I don't understand that. Like, just because a woman shows her body does not mean that she wants you to touch her or she wants your attention. Women look good for themselves. We dress up in the morning for ourselves because we're going out into the world, and that's how we present ourselves. And, like, when I go out and I look good and I'm pretty, like, I'm confident in myself. Like, why can't I be? Why does that automatically mean I'm a hoe or I'm a slut or that I'm trying to seek something? I don't understand that.
That's because they're not confident in themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have trauma or insecurities that they can't get over. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a man, I feel like you should want your woman to have sex appeal.
Yes.
You should want her to catch every eye. That's how you know you got a good girl. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's your woman.
Right. I don't want no half-ass. If I was a guy, I don't want no half-ass female. Like, I'm going to go for the one that I know is confident within herself. She looks good. Even when she don't feel good, she going to make it look good. You know?
Yeah.
Like that. So I feel like guys are just insecure. And they really need to work on that.
And like when they're insecure, like they project that onto you and like break you down. Like I've definitely experienced for like being torn down, being compared to other women, and that is so hurtful. And like I had no confidence, my self-esteem was terrible. And it's like, you know, when you're with that person and they're telling you that, it makes you feel like, oh, like I'm never going to find anyone else. Like no one else is ever going to want me in that way. But that's not true. That person's just projecting what they feel onto you because they're insecure and can't cope with themselves.
But I don't understand why guys are that way, especially like if you have a girl that's telling you everything, keep you in the loop about everything, you know, like opening up to you, being vulnerable with you. She's beautiful, and you know everybody, like most guys want her. Like, why do you want to be insecure? Like, you got everything.
Exactly.
Like, and then I also noticed that guys, they'll have everything and still want
more.
That right there, I have experienced, and that shit hurts the most for me. Like,
deep. It cuts deep.
Deep.
Because it's like, how, like if you're like, you love that person, and it's like, how can you say you love me, but then be with somebody else? Or even threaten to be with somebody else. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Am I not shit?
Yeah.
Like, no, for real. Like,
they sick.
like how can you explain?
Okay, so boom, I had a question for you two. Is it so you guys are in a relationship and you said as far as like the clothing or sex appeal and shit like that, do it be an insecurity when like you guys are going somewhere without them, or is it even with you guys going with them, like to events and stuff like that?
It's both, because I've experienced where I've like gone out with friends and I get an angry text like, I saw what you was wearing, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, well, like I'm going out with my friends. I'm a sexy motherfucker, and yeah, people are gonna look, but know that who am I coming home to?
Right.
Who am I coming home to?
Right.
Are we not together? Like, is that what's on your mind when you go out? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Why do you think I'm going to step out? Is that
right? That's what I don't.
Can we run that back?
That's what I don't get. Like, okay, I think guys really tripped on me with when I wasn't with them, because when you with them, they can watch you, I feel like, a little better. But when you're away from them, that's when they'll give you the most hell. Or when you want to, you know, text them or call them, you know, let them know you're good, they'll not really give you that attention, whatever, because they like, well, I'm not really fucking with you or fucking with what you was wearing. So they gonna give you a hard time for no reason, making you think it's something when it's really nothing.
No.
And that right there, I just like, that makes me want to strangle all men. Like, if men was just one figure, I would strangle it. And I would...
Stop.
Yes. Because y'all just, man,
irritating.
Figure it out.
Like, I love men. I'm not trying to I love men.
Yeah.
But I don't like that. And I feel like another thing is like finding like your self-worth. Because I feel like in this day and age, a lot of girls, like even like me, I had a phase where like I put all my self-worth and value into what men thought about me. And that was when I was dressing for men. I was getting ready for, you know, that type of attention. But it's like now, like, I know who I am. I know my value. I know what I bring to the table. And I'm the queen. Yeah. I'm it.
Yeah. I wish that more men was raised on or showing their woman that they're worthy.
Yeah.
Or reminding them that their self-worth is held with power. Because I feel like by a lot of women, some women grow up without knowing who they are or who they can be, or that other side, you know, they don't have that wisdom. They have to learn over time or with age or after a kid has came, and they have to teach that child. But I feel like if the head honchos, like the people that started us all, if they would have been more stronger on teaching people about self-worth and about the fact that you're worthy enough to get this, to do that, you know,
exactly.
I feel like everything would be a lot better. Because I don't know, like I keep going back to this, but a lot of guys are just hurt.
Yeah.
They just hurt. So, and then their pain that they keep in their deep conscious, like the bottom conscious, they don't know, or they don't intentionally try to let it come out, but it comes out and it breaks this woman down. And that's why now women, that's why we are going against men and being so rebellious and like, we don't need a man. Like, what? I can do this on my own.
Exactly.
And, you know, that all came from just that trauma. And I wish it was not like that, but.
I agree. And we touched on this last time where we were talking about, you know, men are told not to show their emotions and stuff like that. And that inner child that's hurt, that's wounded, they won't heal it. It grows into an angry, unhealed adult. And they hurt women. They try to control women. And it's terrible, and I'm sorry that society's like that, but it's up to you to fix it. Yeah. It's up to you, nobody else.
I feel like also a lot of it comes with it not being, well, kind of like what you said, D, as far as like it's not really shown. Like a lot of, you don't see joint parent households, you know, especially or at least for me. Like I had both my parents in my life, but they grew up as good friends. So my dad had a whole family in one house, and then he had me and my mom in a separate house. So I didn't have that view of what a happy parent household and, oh, you're supposed to treat your woman like, cause my dad, he was on some fucking nigga shit too. Oop. Between during growing up, yeah. So like he'll be at, you know, my mom crib, but he'll come back home type, you know. So I didn't see, like, for me at least, it wasn't a nice portrait of how you're supposed to treat your woman and how you're supposed to boom, boom, boom. So I had male figures in my life to give me the rundown, but, you know, it would be nice that it would have been nice if I got that lecture or that teaching from my father as far as how you're supposed to treat your woman. But I feel like for a lot of guys, like, they didn't have that, or like, luckily, like, you know, for my mom, she didn't have like a bunch of niggas in and out the house. So I didn't have, you know, that either on that side. It was just really me and my mom. But a lot of guys be having single moms that be having multiple niggas, you know, in their life or whatever. And they could have seen things or whatever. And now that's what they think, okay, that's how a man's supposed to move, or how, you know, boom, boom, boom. So I think that really play a part. Our childhood really plays a part in a lot of stuff that we do now. And even with, you know, the relationship I'm in now, I try to, when we have our conversations, I try to draw back to childhood things that probably make me the way that I am. And I try to explain that to her. Like, okay, I think the reason why I react this way, or the reason why I did boom, 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 is probably because it stems from blah, blah, blah. Just so she can have an understanding of where I'm coming from. So she not thinking, okay, well, this nigga on some weird shit. Mm-hmm. But at least she knows, okay, he dealing with boom, boom, boom. Hopefully he can overcome that. But this is the reason why A, B, and C, you know. Mm-hmm.
I wish more men were able to explain, you know, that what happened, or like, you know, childhood trauma, but they don't. And they leave this gap of, I'm trying to figure you out. You won't open up. I can't fix you or help you if you don't want to do it for yourself either. And it can't all just be put on one person. A woman just can't magically heal a man. He has to open up, let her in, and, you know, where can we go from there? To go back to what we were talking about before, self-worth, I feel like us, for Black women, it's harder because the way society treats us and, you know, says that, you know, we aren't the beauty standard and we aren't beautiful and our features aren't desirable unless they're on a white woman. And I feel like that doesn't get talked about enough, because growing up, I went to a predominantly white school. I still live in a predominantly white area. And let me just tell you, that really messed up my self-image for years. I thought I was ugly. I had body dysmorphia. I always thought that something was wrong with me. Mm-hmm. I was just Black in the wrong area.
That was it. That was literally it.
Yep.
They're thinner than us. Mm-hmm. You know, so they have just different features, different things, but honestly, they want to be us.
Literally.
So that's the tea, but they don't want to talk about that. Like, if it was like a mic, I'd drop it right now. But anyways.
No, seriously, they're like, it. We are the beauty standard. What do you see people getting these days? Lip injections, butt injections. They're getting their hips, everything
Tans.
Bigger features are Africanoid. Like those are from Africa, where the first people originated. Don't let us. We gonna get into it. We can go in deep.
Yeah, because I got a story. What I got? No, seriously. Like as a kid, like at first, like kindergarten and all that. This is before Black people started to move to West Bloomfield, because years ago it was all white people and then like a few Blacks. Like my second grade class, when I first moved out there, it was probably me. It was probably 2 Black kids in my class. The rest was white out of a class of 32.
Wow.
So 2 Black kids, 30 white kids. You gotta fit in. You gotta try to figure out if y'all are similar. Thankfully, it wasn't no racism for me.
Well, that's good.
But after a while, it started to get weird, because I'm like, I need to see more of the people that's like me. Not saying that these other kids aren't, because we're all the same age, we're going through the same phases, but y'all not like me. Like, we don't have the same type of blood. So it's just like, no.
It is weird growing up like that, because it's like you question yourself, well, why don't I look like everyone else? So why do some people point out my differences all the time? Like, it makes you just feel like a constant oddball, and like you're not enough. When it's like, no, you are enough. You are. And it may go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, but just to chime in real quick, I feel like for me, I've always been attracted to my Black women, like since day one. But when I moved out to West Bloomfield too, I realized that it wasn't even about like my race. It was more so the status. Like once I got out there, if you ain't have on no Hollister, no Aeropostale, it was like, oh, where are you from? Or it's
You
like,
out.
yeah, like you not from here. So I remember my 6th grade year, I came in probably like some what's Diddy clothing? I can't think of it right now. Sean John, boom.
Oh.
I had on some Sean John, chilling, thinking I'm doing something. People clowning me, like even the Black people there, like the Black people, the white kids, like they just clowning me because I'm not fitting in with what everybody's dressing or how everybody's dressing in the suburbs. Everybody had on Hollister or True Religion and stuff like that. So I remember like crying to my mom that summer going into 7th grade, like I need these clothes. So I didn't really experience like racism. For me, moving out to the suburbs, it was more so like status. So like, okay, you're a Black kid in the suburbs. Why should you be here?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Identify yourself.
Yeah. Like, what makes you so special to be here? Type. Like, you need to play the part if you're gonna be here.
Code switching.
Yeah, like it was that. And what's crazy is it didn't dawn upon me like the status. Okay, if you had on the nicest or the flyest shit, it was like, oh, you're rich, you're boom, boom, boom. But, like, we used to clown each other the whole time. Our parents is buying our shit. So, like, now that I'm old, like, it used to get to me when I was young because it was like, okay, why do these kids got the freshest stuff and I don't? The whole time, it's not even you buying it. It's y'all parents buying it. So, like, y'all stunting on y'all parents' money. Like, now that I'm older and more mature, it's clicking. But, yeah, for me, it was status. It was more so, okay, why should you be here, Black kid? Type more so than like, oh, he's a Black kid, boom, boom, boom. It was just more so, why should you be here?
Earn your spot.
Yeah, earn your spot for sure.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, like the burbs will get to you. Honestly,
that's really interesting.
Like me and my family have lived in like the same like white suburban area for like the last like 16 years, and we still get weird stuff that happens every once in a while. I'm just like, well, there's always a white person in your business.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. So I kind of want to just talk about dark feminine energy for a little bit. And to break that down further, dark feminine energy is like a Brittany Renner. She's very like open and honest. That's what I like about her. But she knows how to manipulate men because she is a beautiful woman who has status, and she knows how to mint her wheel and kind of, suck them dry. And I feel like a lot of women, not a lot, but some women are able to, to tap into that further. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Definitely in the music industry. I sing. So I've seen that a lot. like women, they'll portray themselves as their beauty. They'll let that speak for them.
Mm-hmm.
But when you actually sit down and talk with them or kick it with them, it's like the complete opposite.
Yeah. No substance.
No, none at all. And then I'll tap into this a little bit. I actually had a friend who I really, really trusted, like, you know, but something in me just wouldn't allow me to trust her completely.
Mm-hmm.
And she portrayed herself as a very cool girl. She was funny, you know, everybody liked her. But when you really get to know her, and then she always says, I don't know why all these girls falling out with me, Vinci. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They all just every year just falling out with me. He laughing.
Like, well, what is she doing? I think if you're the common denominator, I think you know to figure out what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. So, and she knew it. Anyways, her mama knew what she was doing. But anyways,
I want to know what she was doing.
Look, she was out cold. But okay, so the thing he knows. So she portrayed this look as if she was like a goddess, like she was a good person.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get to know her, you like, dang, like you really messed up. Like, example. So we, me and a couple of my friends, we all went to one of the DJ houses that we're cool with.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it was a really funny time. We was laughing, joking. We had drinks. We had hookah. You know, we was really enjoying our time. Vibing. Yeah. And I was just getting to know that DJ. So I went there in the state of, I need to know you so you can play my music so that we can, you know, when I get new music, I can send it straight to you. You trust me. And then you're going to promote me. It's all a business, you know. And it wasn't just me just looking for him to play my stuff. It was more so creating that relationship so that my stuff can be played. So anyways, they knew that was the reason we were there, to all vibe, get to know each other, blah. So old girl came already to the function drunk. So I'm like, okay, I just prayed that nothing go down. But of course, what I prayed for just did not come through. God just was like, nah,
not today.
Not today.
I'm busy. I'm booked.
So anyways, so she was losing the Uno game that we was playing. She was losing.
No.
And then it was one of those cards that, like, when you flip it over, it's like those mystery cards.
Like the wild cards?
Yeah, you got to switch hands with somebody.
Ooh.
So one of the girls, one of my other friends, had more cards than she did. She had 2 cards. So my friend was like, hey, give me your cards. So she like, this how y'all play Uno? Fuck this game. She got so upset, mad, calling us all B words and everything. And I'm like, over a game of Uno? And that right there, let it be something small like that.
Yeah.
That right there was the icing on the cake that, no.
No, imagine if it was like something serious. Over a Uno game? And I've heard of things now that has happened to her that's been serious. And I'm just like, that could have been me. I could have been next to you. You know, we used to go out and females would DM her like, I'm about to beat your ass and a girl you with. And me, I'm not confrontational at all. I don't do fights. I don't do drama. Same. I'll verbally assault you, but I'm not going to physically assault you.
If I have to, that's a different thing. But I'm not one to even put myself in a negative space. So for somebody to come around me with that deep or dark feminine energy, for her to come around me and try to contaminate my energy, now I'm like, okay, I'm glad that I listened. Because if I didn't, I probably would have been getting my ass beat too.
Right. Or even something serious, shot and killed. You never know.
And
like
females crazy now.
I've had friends like I'm the type of, like I said, I'm not confrontational either. I do like some drama though. I don't want to be in it though. I've had friends that I just slowly cut off. I just stopped talking to them because I see stuff happening down the line. I was like, no, something's off with you. Something's wrong. So I'm gonna go stage left. And it's scary like that. Like I feel like nowadays I have more male friends. Now I'm not trying to be a pick me. I swear. I feel like I have more male friends than female friends now, to be honest, because I do feel like with girls, it does come with more drama. Because, you know, girls are very dramatic and emotional and stuff like that. And it, especially a big group of girls, there's always something going on.
Yes. Big reason why I'm thankful that I have a lot of sisters and a lot of cousins, because they are my friends. You know, I had to make them my friends because growing up, I always wonder, like, why are all these females, like, slowly falling away from me? And I'm being a good friend. You know, I'm there for them. I'm a listening ear. I come to the birthday parties. I give them money when I can or when I had it. But I was just confused on like why when I think I'm somebody's friend, it's like something happens to where we can't be friends anymore.
Exactly.
And it's either one or two things. I see it and I fall back, or it's just something happened where we get into a fight, or not like a physical fight, but like an argument. And then it's just like, now our conversation is weird.
It's awkward now.
So yeah, I've never got that, but I always say like my best friend, my female best friend is out there somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she's out there. The person that understands me, who knows not to come against me, like she's out there. But I think I had to go through all the negative women first for me to
show you those red flags in women that you're like, I'm getting out of there.
Exactly. I had to go through that because, you know, I just feel like friends are forever. My dad has friends from like elementary that he's still best friends with.
Wow.
And I want to share that same story, you know. I don't want to be like, we've been friends from years 21 to 25 and now we can't talk because of a nigga. Like,
yeah, I hate when stuff like that, when like girls fall out over a guy. Like, even we've all had those moments, but like it's so shameful, to be honest. Now I do have a good girlfriend group. We've been friends since we were like 17 till like, you know, we're going into like our 20s and stuff like that. And I'm very grateful for those friends. But my sister is my best friend. My little sister. We're 5 years apart, but she's like she's my twin. She's my other half. Like, I don't know what I would do without her. She's probably the reason I'm still here, to be honest. She's very stable to me. But I think it's good when you find flags in people, because it just shows, you know, like, this person is not meant to be in my life. There's a reason why I'm seeing this now. You know, God is shaping us, you know, to, you know, see these things, you know, have that discernment for like that. What's it called? That intuition. Yeah. When you have a feeling about something, your gut says it, go with it. Because I don't think your intuition would ever lead you astray or lead you the wrong way.
No, never. And I definitely am like a testament to that. I know me and like my inner, everything inside of me, my intuition, my discernment, just God within himself are so connected that I instantly know now. At first, when I was younger, I used to have to find out. Now I get like headaches, I get like stomach feelings and like everything just be weird. And I'm just like, why am I feeling like this? Like if I'm out with somebody I'm not supposed to be out, I'll start feeling bad. And I'm like, I gotta leave early. And I'm like, why did I have to leave early? I get in the car and I feel perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? So
people's energies can throw you off. That's why I don't like being like, my social battery is just like, so bad. Like, I'll be out with people and I'll be like, all right, like, I want to go home now. And sometimes it's not anyone else, just me. Like, I just feel drained because you're around so many other people. You never know what they're going through, what they're dealing with, and it jumps off. It can affect you. But
I definitely agree with that. So I have a question
for me,
you and him, you and Jay. Okay, so like, if you could say anything to the 17-year-old you, what would you say now?
Wow. I'll go first.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I'm sorry you didn't know your worth and you felt like you had to get your self-validation through men and what other people thought about you. I'm sorry for not telling you that you were beautiful. I'm sorry for all the bad things I ever said to myself. And yeah, I don't want to start crying, but I think the hardest years of my life were like depression and anxiety wise were like from 17 to like 21. I'm 22 now, about to be 23 this month actually on the 24th. But those were the hardest years. It's like, you know, you're trying to figure yourself out and do what you think is best for you, and you end up making mistakes and slipping up. And I'm just glad that none of my mistakes have permanently damaged me to the point where I feel like I can't move forward. But I'm thankful for those experiences, and I don't regret anything because I felt like I've learned from it, and it's made me a better person.
I feel you. I definitely feel you. Oh, gosh.
No, seriously, like, it's scary the things that you can overcome with time. Yeah. And I think it just, you know, you go through those experiences, like, to show yourself, like, I am a stronger person. Like, I can get through these things. Like, no battle is not worth winning. What about you?
I would tell myself that everything's gonna be good. That you should be proud of the progress, but still, like, you know, keep pushing. I feel like when I was 17, I was still a young nigga. Like, I thought I knew stuff. I knew some stuff, but I didn't know, like, when I went off to college, and I wouldn't even say, like, the education aspect of college kind of matured me. It was just the fact of being away from home and, like, you know, just different scenarios, different situations to make me realize, okay, I don't want to be in this situation, or I do want to be in this situation moving forward. But I would say from 17 to be 24 Friday, I feel like we took some L's and some W's, but at the end of the day, I do want to see more in myself. So I would tell my younger self that you're doing good, but keep going. Like, just keep going for sure.
Yeah, that's good. What about you?
Yeah, what about you?
Me. Okay. Okay, no, for real. I honestly would tell myself that it takes time. Everything takes time. And I kind of want to piggyback off of what you said, and I want to use this example. I wish that I looked at life like soil and seeds. And I have to understand that water have to rain on these seeds so that things can grow. They don't just grow from just being in that soil. And I feel like as a child or as a teenager, I feel like that I wanted things to come, like, right away. Like, especially with guys. What? Like,
right.
I
it's like, why can't someone just be obsessed with me?
Yes, like, I'm like, be in love with me today. Like, we just met yesterday.
Let's go get married.
Be in love with me today. No, and I dealt with that a lot. Like, and I would put everything in somebody and forget that you matter too. Like, you have to love yourself just as much as you love this person, but more. Right. A lot more. So, honestly, the only thing that I would tell myself is everything takes time. And it's okay. It's okay to wait. It's okay to have your own opinion. It's okay to say no, because I definitely say yes too much. And just keep growing.
I liked that. I really did. I like what you said in the beginning about the seeds and planting the seeds, and it takes rain. It takes the rain to grow and to make that seed flourish, but it's all about planting that seed. And that was beautiful. Like, honestly, I really like that.
Put that in a song, y'all. So don't steal that lyric. That was a whole bar.
I like that. But yeah, it takes time and self-love, loving yourself. And like you said, like putting, like, sometimes you put someone in front of you that you forget about yourself. And I've definitely experienced that, where, like, you kind of take a back burner for someone else, and it's like you kind of lose yourself when doing that, and you neglect yourself. And then when whatever situation is, it's over, and then you're just left by yourself. You're like, I don't even recognize who I am anymore because I've changed so much for someone else. And then you have to start to rebuild and restructure and figure yourself out over again. Like, where's the starting? Where am I going now?
Right. I wish that when we were younger, I wish there was like a bumper on our heart as far as, like, losing ourselves. Because I feel like if we didn't lose ourselves, we probably would be in some ways a lot stronger. But sometimes it's good that we lost ourselves so that we can get stronger.
Yes.
But in most cases, I feel like we lose ourselves too much. And I feel like most people don't know how to get back to them or how to recreate themselves after a bad relationship or a horrible time, so, yeah.
It is confusing because it's like, where do I go? You've been with this person for, how long you've ever been with them. And it's just like, it's just confusing after. Something I want to jump into that's a big red flag for me and guys is love bombing. Now, there was this guy that I was seeing for a while, and immediately he would take me shopping, and he's buying me all these clothes, taking me to dinner and stuff like that, like showing me all this love, but something about it wasn't right. I'm like, we just met, and, like, you're being over lovey, and I kind of, like, ghosted him for a little bit, and then he, like, freaked out, and he wanted everything back. He's like, I spent money, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I didn't ask you to. You just did all this, and it just kind of, like, it was too much in the beginning. And I just was like, this doesn't feel right.
No, that's wrong. Like, that's like a sign of like control.
Yeah.
To me, because it's kind of like, if I buy her these things, if she likes these things, now next week I'm gonna say, you want to go again?
Yeah.
Next week, want to go again? And then now when I take it away, she's gonna be begging for me, like, you know. But a strong woman is like, boy,
like, no, I could have bought it for myself, but since you're offering, I'll go.
Right.
No, for real, I'm not gonna pass
for real
some clothes and some food. No,
that is not okay. I don't like that at all.
No, me neither. Something that I experienced too was like argument flipping. So like, let's say you get into an argument and then like, I wouldn't even say an argument. I'd say like a calm discussion. And it's like, for some reason, somehow it gets flipped back onto you and you're the problem and you're the reason, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, well, now I'm confused. Yep. I'm trying to communicate here and like squash whatever's going on, but it's like, you don't even want to address it. And now it's my fault.
Yep. Men deal with that. And I don't even want to respond to this. I want Jay to say something about this, because you're a guy and we need to hear you, because we don't understand this. Like, why is it like this?
Like what specifically? Like, or are we?
So she said like conversation switching, like, or argument switching. So like, if it's your fault, now your voice and your opinion, now you're making it seem like it's my fault. Like
let me give an example.
Okay, yeah.
Let's say that you follow a bunch of Instagram models and I say, you know what, babe, I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable. I feel like it's disrespectful to see you liking other women's pictures and stuff like that. And you're like, well, it's your fault for being insecure. Like, why are you so insecure? Like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, I think it's disrespectful. I'm your woman. Why would you want me to see you liking another woman's photos? Like, can you be considerate of me and my feelings? And now it's my fault because I'm the insecure one, but you're feeding that insecurity.
I don't think that guys, like it's hard. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna speak. Well, I guess I got to. But so what I'm trying to say is, I think that guys tend to not fully think of or take consideration of the female, especially if they're like, if the relationship is fresh and new. You have to trigger your mindset of, okay, I'm in a relationship. I can't be doing the shit that I was doing when I was single, right? As far as like trying to push it back on you, I don't think that that's necessarily needed. I think, so what I've learned, especially in this relationship that I'm in now, is to literally just shut up and just listen. Like,
amen.
Like, you gotta.
Thank you, Jesus.
You have to be. So, boom. Prime example. Shay, you said you a Scorpio. My mom, she's a Scorpio. I've had to deal with her all my life, right? So with that, I feel like I've learned a lot when it comes to dealing with a woman. But the main thing that I've always learned is that if a woman says something more than once, then it's serious. Like, if she's complaining about something or she's saying it more than once, it's gonna come a point that she's not gonna say shit again. Once she stops saying it, that means it's a problem.
It's
like,
raps.
Yeah, it's really a problem. But just shutting up and listening. Like, I think, I don't know how most guys react in the conversation, but like, I hope Vinci can testify. I tend to tell her, like, okay, say your piece. And I try my best to not say anything while she's talking until she's done. And then I say my piece, and then we try to come to some type of conclusion. But cutting her off and in between her stuff, or like vice versa, like you can't communicate if people are cutting each other off. You have to, if I let you say your piece, let me say my piece. And we try to come to some type of conclusion after that. Like, but yeah, to go back to your main question, I feel like the drawing back or like putting the blame back towards you, it don't be needed. It's just you have to, when the woman says her piece and explain her point of view, also listen to the guy point of view, and then I think whoever realized that they're in the wrong need to admit it and try to fix it at the end of the day.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's all about, being able to sit down and have like a mature conversation. And like, in my past experiences, it's like, I would say the same thing over and over again. It's like, you know what? I'm not being heard, so I just shut up. I literally stop talking, and it's like, well, why are you acting like this? Why are you acting like that? Because I don't want to deal with you anymore. I'm over this. Obviously, I'm talking, and your ears are closed, so there's no point. Yep. And honestly, that's how I lost feelings. It's like, well, if this person doesn't care, if you're not gonna listen to me, and you put me through all this bullshit, I'm out.
It's literally like right when I hear you not listening, I'm like, okay. I literally just shut up, and I take days of like separating myself. I would stay out more. I would, like go hang over here more, go do that more, work more, anything to spend less time with you because I'm not being heard.
Right.
And when I'm not being heard, that's a sign to me that you're disrespecting me, because it's simple. It's only 1 or 2 or 3 things a female could really complain about. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially about her man. If y'all good, it's only a few things, maybe. The toilet being up, maybe some dishes in the sink.
Right.
Or if anything, a like on Instagram or Twitter. Mm-hmm. But, like, I don't know. It's only so much I feel like a woman can take. And me as a Pisces, to all my Pisces women out there, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. We only take so much, and when we're done, baby, we're done.
She ain't coming back.
I'm swimming the other way, okay?
That way. Seriously, it's like us women, like, we're very strong, we're resilient, but it's like once I vocalize what I'm thinking, what's going on, and there's no compromise, there's no nothing, why am I still here? I'm not going to stick around and continue to be hurt and broken down as a person. And it's like, no, I'm not. I'm not doing it. No. So another thing I want to talk about is OnlyFans. So I have a few friends who do have OnlyFans and stuff like that. And their boyfriends are actually okay with it. Cause they're like, my girlfriend's making extra income, do this, and that. And something that makes me upset is a lot of guys will get on girls and clown them for being, strippers, having an OnlyFans and stuff like that. When it's their audience is men. Who else do you think is throwing dollars? And y'all over here bashing them, saying, oh, this, and that. But I'm like, the same women y'all bash and talk about are the same women that y'all are giving money to, y'all are giving attention to. So it's I think that's something that you have to deal with. Instead of bashing us, it's a you problem.
It's definitely a them problem. Definitely. I feel like a lot of men is OnlyFans girls and the strippers, they're a fantasy. Mm-hmm. So some men want their fantasy in private. So some men will be like, that's my fantasy, but I don't want y'all to really know that's my fantasy. Yep. Especially if he have a girl, or even going to the strip club. He'll probably go out maybe a month, once a month, or a couple times a year, whatever. But I feel like if a woman chooses to show her body and to let other people experience it, whether it's virtual or in person or whatever she wants to do, allow her to do that. Now, in some cases, in certain situations, I don't agree with it because, when kids are involved or around, or, I don't really agree with that part of it. But, if this is how she's getting her bag, allow her to get her bag. Mm-hmm. Everybody have their own life. You can't tell this person how to live their life.
Right.
So
don't be bashing women and then be lusting after the same ones you're bashing.
They do it. Oh my gosh, man. So let you put on a 2-piece. Your man, he is cute, but if you post it, he tripping. But
who you posting that for?
Right, but he goes in they go in that picture of a female who looks similar to you. They
saving the photos. I'm
everything. Got a whole bookmark and everything. We can go there.
No, I can't even talk.
I'm talking shit. But for real though, it happens, and I feel like guys, they want to be called out on so much, and some things they just don't want to be called out on. How much money they make. They don't want to be called out on that. They don't want to be called out on, sometimes their relationship status, or with this lust. So,
there's a type of men I want to talk about, and they're the types that don't have basic hygiene, they're just nasty, and they're gross, and they feel this weird entitlement to women, and they feel like they could bag any woman, and all they do is just talk shit. They do nothing with their lives. I'm talking so much shit right now. Let me stop.
It's okay.
No,
Talk your
I
shit.
feel like that's the thing.
Because I'm ready to spill.
No, because like
Let me let my mic
I'm
up.
being honest, like it makes me upset when I see guys who like act a certain way and then expect to like pull a certain type of girl, and it's like you're not even in her caliber. You're not.
Mm-mm.
Like why
It's
are
a
you over
different
here?
type of confidence. I don't know. Like I know what you're talking about. Like there's guys that just feel immortal.
I have a question.
What's up, man?
Well, this is for you, Shay.
Okay.
Is he short?
Suffers from short man syndrome.
Yeah. That's what
Did
it
you see
is.
that one TikTok of that one man who
Which
was
one?
like, y'all women think y'all queens, but you're not, or something like that. Went viral. He literally was standing in front. It was like a couch. It had like a sheet over it. He had those bathroom curtains, the one with the rings, hung up over his window. There was toys everywhere. I'm like, sir, you stand at about 5'3", and you're talking so much shit right now.
Yeah.
And he's like flexing his muscles. I'm like, do you just get off on this? Like, what do you what do you do?
Like, I could pick you up if I had enough muscle.
Right.
Like, come on now. But yeah, like those guys, some tall guys deal with that too. I think it's like that, going back to that that trauma as a child, that some men didn't have the type of love growing up.
Yeah.
They didn't get that type of attention. So when they get it from one woman that they was able to break down, now they're like, moving forward, I'm going to keep using that same energy, and I'm going to mess everybody up or try to make everybody feel like I'm the shit, when in reality,
You are a piece of shit.
you are.
I feel like what you just said is vice versa too. So you said that they didn't get any attention growing up. It could be a situation where they got hella attention from females growing up. So they feel like, oh, any female that I talk to,
For real.
I don't care what the fuck I look like, you're supposed to instantly talk to me. And it's like, no, like that's really not the case. Like, so me personally, boom, prime example. I've never been the type of person to, like, you know how niggas be at the gas station and
They'd be like, hey, what's up, shawty? I'm like,
never understood that. Like, I never could, like, that. It just, I can't project my voice that loud enough to do some shit like that. So a lot of females that I probably thought looked amazing, I let walk past, because my confidence is different. So I feel like I'm that nigga. So if you not showing me that in the return, like if I'm looking at you not looking back or nothing like that, then all right, that's charge it to the game. That is what it is. But like, I don't know, most niggas, they're just really confident. Like they can be basketball shorts, white beater at the gas station with flip-flops, no socks.
can I talk
shit.
to you for a minute?
Like, and
You
just
gonna pay
be
for my gas?
completely confident.
Right.
Like,
No.
I don't know.
Then go somewhere.
It's different though. These niggas is different for sure.
No,
For sure.
really a different breed out here. No, seriously. I hate, that's like a scary thing. Like going to a gas station and having like, oh, what's up, shawty? Can I? Stop. If you're not gonna pay for my gas, then go somewhere else. Like, don't speak to me.
No.
Don't speak.
And I don't like the extra loud guys either.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a big turn off for me. Like guys that just force their way onto talking to you. Like, dang, just say hey. Like,
And they get mad when
you
like
ain't
you're
gotta
not
just-
interested. Like,
yeah. Like, no, like stop being weird. Like, I'm big on that. Like, it's okay. Like, guys, this is a note from us women. Relax. Like, just talk. You ain't gotta yell at me how beautiful I am. I know I'm beautiful. Slide that in, but come on now. You ain't gotta be like, hey, yo, beautiful. What's your number? Like, no. I ain't got a number. I ain't got a phone. How about that?
your boyfriend don't let you have friends? No, he doesn't.
Man, I hate that shit, bro.
I don't
like,
have friends.
man, I hate that.
No,
Like,
for real.
that's so
Like,
annoying.
you know, you're not trying to be my friend. First of all, this is my Cash App. Here you
Right.
go.
Right. That's
No.
a friend.
Do not want to be my friend.
No.
It just, I mean, at the same time, I am flattered. Like, it's a compliment. Like, oh, I still got it. But when you like dirt dusty, I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
like, I don't want you. I'm sorry.
No.
I apologize,
It's when
but
they
no.
overdo it. Like, it's okay to tell a woman she's beautiful.
Yes.
But it's a problem when you're telling me I'm beautiful and can I have your number?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want somebody's number you never had a conversation with? What if I was crazy and had 16 personalities and you got my number and I turned on you?
Right.
What if, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, females are wild these days. Like, y'all are a little bit too confident. Pipe it down.
Mm-hmm.
Relax, because, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
See, like, walking out of, like, a store, like, yesterday I went to Kroger, I have, like, a knife on my key thing. Like, I'm ready to cut someone up. Like, that's the kind of world we live in where, like, it is intimidating to be a woman sometimes, especially at night, and, like, with sex trafficking and stuff like that. It's a scary thing.
Yes.
And, you know, men, like, it's nice of you to approach women. I mean, actually, no, I'm not going to say it like that. It's nice for you to compliment a woman, but approaching her in a certain way, like, that can be scary. We are automatically standoffish. I'm thinking, you're here for 3 reasons. You're going to kidnap me, you're on some weird shit, or you're on some weird shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm ready to gut a motherfucker. If he ever comes up to me, I'm so serious.
No, I feel you. Like, definitely. I might get my pistol license or something.
Yeah, your CPL?
Yeah, I might get that because, hold on. Don't try me. No. For real. Because I'll take it there and I find you. You.
No, how do you feel about that? Like, like us as, like, women, we have to, like, arm ourselves from men.
I feel like, I mean, definitely, it's very dumb. It's dumb how society has that a thing. Really, it's pretty pointless, especially since you guys really run shit at the end of the day. But I feel like guys just like Vinci just said, guys really just needs to calm down. Especially when you don't know someone yet. You don't know what you can be getting yourself into. I've never really, I just said this, but I really never understood how, like, niggas could do that. Like, approach a girl or, like, be loud in public. Like, it just never sunk in with me. Like, I thought, when I was younger, I probably thought, oh, that was the sweetest shit. Like, damn, he just bagged shorty, boom, boom, boom. But, like, now it's like, I don't know. At my age, it's like, it's just, it don't look right. It looks kid like to be yelling.
Yeah, I think it has to do with, like, an entitlement that a lot of men feel like they have to women. Like, in our society, it's like, well, if men are the breadwinners, if they're at the top, then women are, you know, a level under. Then we have ownership over you. So if I want to yell at you, berate you, even, you know, SA or R you, I can. And a lot of them do those things because they feel entitled to it. Like when you go on a date with a guy and he pays for dinner. Sometimes he's expecting, well, most of the time, he's expecting, you know, we're going to have sex after this. And it's like, no.
What I learned is if you on some chill shit, it's more than likely to go your way. Like, if you not initiating shit, if you just, like, chilling, you literally, if you just met someone, right, y'all go out, boom, 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 y'all spending time. If you not trying to make the first move, you literally just chilling. It could even go, you know, towards the end of the night and y'all make y'all separate ways or whatever. Like, if you're just chilling, nigga, next time you see her, she's probably gonna make the first move, right? Because that could be something different. Like, what I realize is, like, I don't know, me and my group of niggas that I be around, we kind of move different than most guys, or like than, you know, what I hear when it comes to most guys. So it's been situations where I would be dealing with someone or whatever, and the first time we met, we were literally just spending time. Like, I'm talking, we're getting to know him, boom, boom. I'm not trying to initiate sex, or I'm not trying to initiate, oh, you have to give me something. And that can be considered a turn on to a lot of females. So I want to see, is that actually a thing, or
Definitely.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
like if he's not like on it and he's like chill, like we were like having a good conversation, we connect and stuff like that, I get to like pick your brain, see kind of who you are, then, you know, next time I'll probably make it.
It just makes you more comfortable, I'm assuming.
I feel like I move better when I'm comfortable with a man.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm, like, uptight, like, do I gotta watch my shoulders? Do I have to worry about you touching me and I can't leave?
Or me feeling, like, uncomfortable.
Yeah, like, all those different factors. Like, I try to stay away from guys like that, you know? But, like, when I'm comfortable, you will get everything you need.
Well taken care of.
Like, seriously. No, for real. Like, don't push it. Don't push it. Don't stress it. Let it come, because it will come. If the vibes are right, if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. Like, exactly. Whether we just friends or not, it's going to happen. So.
Exactly. If we vibe, we vibe. If we don't.
We don't.
We don't. But yeah, I really enjoyed this conversation. I feel like this went very, very well, especially for this being the first time I've met either of you. And I'm glad you guys came on the podcast. Like, I'm very appreciative of everything, and our conversations have been great. I mean, what did you guys think? Did you guys enjoy?
Yes,
like,
this was fun.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed myself. I'm like, I'm opening up. Hold on,
Right?
the world know me a little bit more.
Yeah,
I really had a good time.
That's
thank you
good.
for having us.
Of course. I'm glad to have you guys on.
Thank
And
you.
hopefully, you know, well, Jay is going to be my producer, so he'll be here. And hopefully, I definitely want you back on here.
Yes.
Our conversation was freaking great. But yeah, this wraps up our second episode of Overly Misguided. I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure that you drop a like, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Overly Misguided. And we are brought to you by Rise Network. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.